Hi, I'm Colette Maudsley, Dean of Higher Education and Access here at the University Centre at Hugh Baird College. I'd like to thank you for joining our virtual open event this evening. Along with staff from across the University Centre, we will take you through what we offer and what we are all about. First, I would like to thank you for tuning in today, and I am delighted you are considering studying with us. The Hugh Baird University Centre offers a friendly and supportive learning environment, whilst also providing you with the tailored support you need to be successful. We deliver through small class sizes with varied teaching and learning assessment methods. This ensures our undergraduates receive individual attention. Our staff are also used to working with students of all ages, and we welcome applications from mature learners. We recognise that in many cases, work and life experience can be an asset and may qualify mature students' entry to one of our university level courses. In June 2017, the Hugh Baird University Centre was awarded the highest possible gold rating for its higher education provision from a newly launched government scheme. The Teaching Excellence Framework was introduced to provide evidence about the performance of the higher education sector in the UK. We believe that this award, coupled with the growing number of our undergraduates achieving first-class honours, demonstrates our continued commitment to raising aspirations, increasing opportunities for all, and inspiring students to achieve their full potential. We work with 3 higher education institutions: the University of Central Lancashire, the University of Cumbria, and Liverpool John Moores University, which means your degree comes from them. Our foundation entry, foundation degree, and full honours degree level courses are valued by employers from a variety of industries and are designed to prepare students for success in their chosen field, enabling them to leave the Hugh Baird University Centre career ready. You can apply direct to the college or go through UCAS and add one of our courses to your choices. I look forward to welcoming you soon to the Hugh Baird University Centre. We're just now going to watch a short video.
Well, I chose the course here at Hugh Baird because I really felt that on interview and talking to the tutors that it was a really supportive environment.
My expectations at the university were, in all fairness, I didn't know what to expect.
I went from college straight to uni, gone through the whole experience of new class, new people.
I expected it to be a friendly environment, I expected to get along with everyone.
But it was good just getting to know people, getting to know new people.
The tutors are never very nice. It just seemed like you'd known them forever.
Honestly, I was unsure of what to do with my life with the course that I'm doing. Not only that I enjoy it, but it'll help me towards getting that job, whatever it might be that I'm applying for.
The goal for our students is to graduate with a good qualification that's embedded employability. Formula for success at uni:
Responsibility, commitment and motivation.
The student community is really positive and the atmosphere is really good, like it's dead friendly.
A good effective tutor is one that really listens.
Allows you to be yourself, allows you to take risks.
But really inspires you to want to do better and actually see the end result.
And just allows you to go mad, go crazy with your ideas.
Uni meant to me that you were educated to a level that you were taken seriously in your profession.
Courses that we're studying, they're very informative, they're very in-depth. It was a broad range of knowledge on the subjects that we want to go into, and the tutors are very supportive of the path that we want to pick as well.
Liverpool is absolutely amazing to live in. Not only have you got the city atmosphere going for you, you've got the nightlife as well, which is, I suppose, key to being a student.
Advice for students: if you want it, go for it. You are going to be learning all of your life, so to get a university qualification will allow you to go anywhere in the world and go and work.
Lovely. I hope you enjoyed that. So I'd now like to introduce you to one of the academic leads, Martin Harrington, who's going to talk about teaching and learning. Welcome, Martin.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm one of 2 academic leads here at the University Centre. And my job revolves around quality assurance, particularly in making sure that students are supported to achieve and that receive a good quality experience. So that stretches through all aspects of university centre life here, including teaching and learning, academic and pastoral support, career readiness, and making sure that students have got a say in the services we provide and help us to develop a really good student experience. Since our opening, many students have benefited from the structure that we've developed at the University Centre. In terms of teaching and learning, as Colette alluded to, we operate much smaller class sizes to most higher education establishments. And that means that our students benefit from greater contact with teaching staff and get the opportunity to explore and apply material to a more in-depth way. It also allows us to adopt what we call an assessment for learning approach, and that means that staff will have a really accurate picture of where all our students are up to and can help them to develop and progress throughout their time at the University Centre. So while social distancing is in place at the moment, we're still able to allow students a face-to-face experience, and that's through live streaming all our sessions through Microsoft Teams. And that means that even if students have to learn remotely at home, they will benefit from that same face-to-face contact and interaction with staff that people in the University Centre are getting. And of course, the way we work things means that there's a rota system, so some students will be in 1 week and out the next. So everyone gets that face-to-face support that really is vital to gaining a really good degree. So in terms of supporting students through their educational journey, we have a team of student engagement officers, and they're on hand to provide practical pastoral support and also deliver a variety of workshops on academic skills. And that's designed to help you get the most from study. Students also benefit from face-to-face reviews, at least one every semester with student engagement officers, more with academic staff, and that allows really good planning for academic development and allows students to get a really good feel for where they're up to in their educational journey. So all our programs have a strong emphasis on industry and getting people ready for a career. All our courses have been developed by and in conjunction with industry specialists and are delivered by staff who are often industry practitioners themselves. Our programme of guest lecturers and speakers, as well as regular events such as Meet the Professionals, Spotlight on Employment, also allows our student body to interact with specialists from industry, and that combines with a career development focus in the modules to help ensure that all our students are prepared for their chosen career. Finally, higher education is a partnership between students and institutions, and we're no different here. So all our students at the University Centre have the opportunity to input their views on University Centre life and also on the delivery of modules and content. So whether our students want to propose clubs and societies or help shape future course development, this partnership really helps them get the most from their time with us. So I'd like to hand over to my colleague now, Delith Coles, who will take up a little bit more about what we do here.
Hi, I'm Delith Coles. I'm the other academic lead that Martin spoke to you about before. I'm going to talk to you about mature students and how it's never too late to return to study, and we welcome applications from mature students. Even if you don't have the standard entry requirements, you may have gained knowledge and skills from relevant work or life experience, and therefore we would consider your application on an individual basis. We will take into account your experience, and we may ask you to discuss this in more detail at interview. Our lectures have notably industry links, up-to-date subject knowledge, and extensive teaching experience. At the beginning of your course, you'll complete an induction assessment to see if you require any further support with your written work. If you do, Any additional workshop may be provided to help you. Study skills resources will also be available for students on the virtual learning environment, and study skills sessions may be organised within your personal development time. If you're worried about your literacy or numeracy skills or would like to discuss any support needs, you can speak to your course tutor when you're invited to interview, or contact our DSA SEN coordinator, Matt Wilson. I'd like now to show you a student experience video so you can see what the experience of other students have been while they've been studying in the University Centre.
I mean, the main reason why I choose to come to the University Centre was its locality, really. Obviously, UCLan is the awarding body for the university I chose, but just with the locality and the break in the tuition fees, and it just suited me much more than actually travelling to Preston.
No, I didn't always know that I wanted to go to university. I always thought pretty much I didn't know what to do. Didn't understand the process or anything, but I went to college and I just wanted to learn more in depth about the industry and what subject I was learning.
Thinking back now, I do think it was a really good decision to join the University Centre, definitely. I've really enjoyed it, and as I say, I've done the foundation degree and now moved on to the BA, and it is something that I do not regret at all.
The tutors were very welcoming and they offered, you could, if you needed to talk with them about anything, you can. So it felt very comfortable.
In terms of the support from the tutors was amazing, especially because, which is one of the good things about studying in this format, is the class sizes are not too big. Because they're a lot more intimate than they would be if you were actually on a campus. Speaking to friends who've gone to other places, their classes were so large at sometimes where the tutors didn't even know their names, whereas at sometimes there'd be only 5-6 of us in class, do you know what I mean? And it would just be almost like a one-to-one. It was really, really cool because it was intimate.
It was great to be in the class with people from different backgrounds, different age ranges, as I didn't go straight into college. I had a few years out, so I went to college and then I came here. So I was in the middle, so it was great to see people that were younger than me and people that were older than me. And it was just a great community kind of in the class. We had loads of guest speakers, makeup artists from all different aspects of the industry. And also we had great trips. So we went to America, we went to New York, that was brilliant. And we'd done everything makeup related, watched a Broadway show. Went to Mac, it was just closed just for us. We had one of the tutors there teaching us things, and then we had a discount in the shop, that was great. And then we also went to London, so we went to IMATS, which was great. That was a great experience.
I would definitely recommend the University Centre 100% to friends and family. I mean, it's such a relaxed atmosphere. The faculty, it's a pleasant experience. The building, I mean, I've enjoyed it that much that I've come back again to do my PGCE certificate. It's just a really nice environment to be in.
Yes, I would definitely recommend the University Centre, mainly because it just gave me that extra edge and also the creativity of being unique in your designs. And I think that's what's helped me be employable now, and especially my knowledge of products and really understanding what a client will want.
For me, the student experience at the Hugh Baird University Centre has been amazing. I've been here nearly 4 years now, and it's just so relaxed, it's fun, it's friendly, everyone's approachable. The building, the facilities, they're really, really good. I definitely 100% recommend it.
Okay, so next on our agenda is I'm going to introduce back Martin Harrington, who's going to talk to you about the access to higher education courses that we offer. So Martin,
hello
there?
Again.
What access?
Yeah.
Hi. What access to HE diploma courses do we offer?
Right, well, the access to higher education diplomas really are a well-established set of qualifications designed for people who don't have the grades to enter a university level course. But they may have a life experience and a willingness to learn. The course really is designed for mature learners, 19 plus. It helps build a range of skills, mostly in healthcare related subjects here at the University Centre. So as well as that, you'll build confidence in terms of IT skills, English and maths, and all the skills really you need at university. So just a word on entry qualifications just before I go into the main pathways we offer. To gain entry onto the course, what we ask is that applicants have GCSEs in English and maths, at grades 9 to 4 in the new grading system, or A to C in old money, some kind of work experience in a relevant sector, or a pre-access qualification of some description. In some cases, level 2 functional skills, maths and English may be an alternative, but that very much depends on whether your university of choice does accept that qualification. So we do kind of counsel that if you have got functional skills, maths and English, that you check out with the university you eventually want to study at, whether or not that would be acceptable. But to get round to answering your question, there are 4 diploma pathways on offer here. We offer allied health professions, which is a first step to a career in allied healthcare, working in diverse areas such as clinical therapy settings, surgical settings, paramedic science, and community practice. There's a social science route, and that course is a step into careers such as probation, prison services, policing, youth justice, community work, welfare rights, and working with vulnerable groups in the community. Nursing and midwifery is another course we offer, and that's a first step into a career in nursing and midwifery, as it says on the tin, or also there's the opportunity to move into roles such as associate practitioner in fields such as sexual health, public health, and health promotion. And finally, there's the social care route, and that's a first step into a career in social care, family support work, nursery, primary or special school teaching, youth services, and residential and daycare. So although all the courses are common in terms of they look at kind of health and social care related fields, the possibilities are very broad in terms of what you could gain entry to.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to ask the audience for some questions in a minute. So whilst you're getting those ready, I'll ask Martin a couple of things. Martin, sometimes we offer in the University Centre foundation entry courses, otherwise known as Year Zero, so a bit like a an access course. Is it the same as a higher education access course? What is the difference between the two?
Yes and no, to answer the question. They kind of have similar outcomes, although there are striking differences. So the access to HE courses and diplomas are nationally recognised qualifications. So that the course takes the form of a 1-year A-level equivalent course. So it's quite intensive. And at the end of that course, you come out with an access to HE diploma in a particular subject area, and that will allow you entry to a range of universities across the UK. So they are nationally recognised. A foundation entry qualification is, in essence, an additional year which is placed onto a foundation degree. And so instead of doing a 2-year foundation degree with us, people can do a 3-year qualification, and that's in cases where they probably wouldn't have the necessary qualifications to get straight on to a foundation degree. So like I think you mentioned before, if you've got life experience, for example, if you've had experience in a particular career, it may well be that you can join us on a foundation entry year, which would provide you with the suitable grounding to get onto the full foundation degree proper. So same things, but the foundation entry qualification is not nationally recognised. It is tied into one of the degrees we offer.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Martin. Well, we have got a question from Michelle, who asks, how does funding work for mature students, Martin, please?
Okay, so in terms of access to HE, the course is funded through Student Finance England, but through something called Adult Learner Loan, which is not the same as finance for degree programs. So you apply for that loan, and that would give you the funding for the course. Now, the deal with Student Finance England at the moment is that if you take out one of these loans and successfully enter and complete a degree program, then that initial year for the access course, that funding will be wiped off your total student debt at the end of your studies.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you. And we have another question from Kane. How many days a week will I be studying on an access course?
At the moment, it is 2 days a week. So we try to make sure that you're not spread all over the week. So you're in 2 full days a week. But I would stress that it is a 3 A-level equivalent course. So the remaining 3 days of the week really do need to be taken up with lots of self-study.
Okay, brilliant. And we've got another question from Julie. How long is an access course, please?
Well, access courses at the moment run from September through to June.
Great. And just one question from me, Martin, final question. Do we offer a pre-access to HE course?
We are very soon hoping to announce the details of a healthcare related pre-access course, which will take in a number of units designed to help people get onto an access course. So that will hopefully be coming soon. But I must stress that the maths and English is a really important requirement to get into university study. So that it's important not to overlook that. So the point I made before about having maths and English or functional skills English and maths is really important.
Okay, we have another question. So Jade asks, do you have any links with any accommodation providers?
We don't have any formal links, and I think you can help me out.
Oh, Martin's froze there for a bit. Just see if we can get him back.
With this
okay, oh, sorry, Martin, you froze for a bit. Okay, I'll take over from here. Ooh. Okay, Jade, we don't have any formal links, so we don't have any accommodation that's on campus here. But there are an awful lot of...
a bit of trouble with the internet connection there.
You know, okay, so I've just explained to Jade, Martin, that we don't have any formal accommodation on the campus site here. However, a lot of our students that are coming to the university centre and are relocating tend to get accommodation in the Liverpool city centre region, where a lot of the other students from John Moores, Hope University. So there are those there are links there that are mainly on the internet. But if you are looking at relocating, please just come and speak to us, and we can point you in the right direction.
Sorry about that. I think there's a lot of demand on the internet at the moment. I must
Okay, so thanks for that, Martin. If you want to ask another question with regards to access or any of our faculties here today, we will have another question and answer at the very end. So we'll move on now. Thank you, Martin. Okay, so next we have our Faculty of Creative Industries, and I'd like to introduce you to Angela O'Brien, who is the faculty lead.
Hello.
Hi, Angela. So can you tell us what courses you offer within your faculty, please? Oh.
This evening, can you hear me out there, listeners?
Hear you now.
Hi, my name's Angela O'Brien. I'm faculty lead for the Creative Industries. and welcome this evening. For all those of you who are absolutely passionate about design and all things design, in a minute you're going to see on the screen a list of all the amazing courses we offer here at the University Centre. So many of these courses are actually validated by the University of Central Lancashire. So there they are. There's something for everyone there. Fantastic courses. Moving on. If you're unsure about what course you want to specialise in, we also offer an integrated foundation entry course whereby you can try lots of different parts of those courses integrated in one course and then specialise at the end. On top of that, we also offer a level 3 foundation art and design course. When you've completed these courses, and if you're successful, your attendance is good and you achieve, you can also be offered a place on one of our full-time degree courses. For those of you who hate exams, I mean, I hate exams, our courses are predominantly assessed by ongoing portfolio and coursework. Many of our students come from a wide variety of backgrounds. We have mature learners who want to reinvent their career path and they come back into education. We have some students who come directly from level 3. Others join us with just industry experience and transfer that into an academic pathway. And some bring a portfolio of work to their interview and we assess them and see if they're suitable for the courses that way. And if all that is not you, you might just turn up and apply and we'll give you a piece of work to do and we can put you on the right course from there on in. In a minute, there's going to be a case study of one of our most successful students, Kate Hill, and I'll talk a little bit about her story. So thank you. Right, here's Kate. Kate studied my course degree in visual merchandising and promotional design, and she's currently the founder of a children's retail brand called Lola Star. And Kate's journey, she came to us for a level 3 fashion course, and she just wanted to upskill and get some more skills to take it on to that next level. So she joined the visual merchandising and promotional design course, and she built a load of skills from graphics to merchandise and products. And eventually, for a final major project, she came up with a new concept in children's wear, whereby you could snap on elements of the children's wear garments. On graduation, she took that project the next step further, and she actually took it into a business venture called Lola Star. So therefore, she could use all those amazing skills to promote and market her new collections and business. So she took her old skills, built on her new skills, and was flying. So there's Kate, a mature learner. Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. I've just got a couple of questions before our audience fares forward. Ange, can you tell us how employability is embedded into the curriculum? How do you do that?
Okay, employability is key to everything that we do. You can be a great designer, but if you're not employable, you don't marry. So what we're trying to do is introduce every time we speak to you, every time you get a brief, we have employers coming in, we have guest speakers. So and all those soft skills about presenting yourself, conducting yourself, all those skills are really, really important. So we ensure that you get those on your journey with us too. So yeah, it's integral to what we do.
Okay, and how is that working currently with maybe guest speakers not being on site? I mean, how is that working?
We've still got our guest speakers. We've had Spotlight today to employment. They stream online. They come and talk online. It's just the same, but they're just not in person. So we still see it as a really important part of what we deliver, and it's good for the students. On top of that, we also do live briefs as well. So that's another integral thing we do, which gives students the experience of real life work experience.
That's brilliant. Okay. And another question. Oh, we've got a question from Lily. If I want to study photography, do I need my own camera?
No, not initially. No, we do have equipment here, but a lot of our students go on and buy their own cameras eventually, but to study the course, the equipment is here for you to study, Lily.
Brilliant. Okay. And then another question from me, Ange. Do students go on trips?
Oh, right. Well, if I said New York, London, Paris, Munich, it would kind of sum it up. Yeah, they definitely go on trips. Not at the minute, but yeah, we've been actually to New York twice, London, Paris, Munich. We've been to Berlin, we've been to Venice, we've been to Milan. Yeah, the students' trips are also an important part of the student experience.
Okay, we've got another question from Danny. What's the background of the creative tutors, and are they from industry?
All the tutors, well, most of the tutors in the creative industries have industry experience. I've worked out in industry, have connections with industry, and they bring that into the classroom. So that supports the other elements of learning. And I think it's really important that the tutors bring that, because it's real case scenarios when we're talking. So we can talk about what it would be like in industry. If you did that, it wouldn't be like that in industry. You would have to do that. So yeah.
And do some of them have their own businesses?
Yeah, a lot of our students go off and they're very successful. They go off to be graphic designers, fashion designers, small business owners. Yeah, they do.
Okay, and we've got another question from James. Do we get to use the UCLan facilities?
Yes, we do. We have facilities here whereby you can book them, or you can book them at UCLan. You can use their libraries. You can order books from UCLan. It's all there. Yeah, just book and speak to the tutors at UCLan.
That's great. Thanks, Ange.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's lovely. So we've had a case study from Angela there. So lots of creative courses. So if you're interested in one of them and you want to ask any more questions, please ask at the end. Next, we're going to talk to Ellie Ferran, who is the faculty lead for the Faculty of Engineering, Business and Computing. Welcome, Ellie.
Hi, thanks, Colette. My name's Ellie Ferran, and I'm the faculty lead for Engineering, Business and Computing. And on the screen now, you're going to see a list of courses that are available for you to choose from. Okay, so the courses that are available now are affiliated through our HCI, so that's UCLan Preston and Liverpool John Moores University. For this side of the faculty, we believe that employability is key, and as such is delivered into our delivery from a team of industry experienced tutors in their subject fields. The avenues into education start with the integrated courses, and therefore those of you who haven't been in education for quite some time, and you might just not have those qualifications that you need to get onto a foundation degree. So we allow you to come onto those first year courses, you get the skills, you upgrade all your knowledge, and then you move straight onto the foundation degree. You've got that automatic entry onto it. This year, what I'd really like to draw your attention to, though, is our newly validated policing course. So this has been validated through Liverpool John Moores University. It's the first year of running, and it's based in the L20 building. This will enable you to discover the role of policing, look at law and justice. You'll explore contemporary policing issues as you develop your own skills, and this will prepare you for a professional practice. The course is delivered through a mixture of theory and practical sessions, and it gives you an insight into policing, looking at investigations, research, forensics, law, and a whole host of other aspects of crime. Completion of this course enables you to move on to the foundation degree in policing, as I've already said. Some of the roles that you might be interested in, though, once you've completed this, is looking at a police role itself, going into the criminal justice system, moving into the prison service or the probation service. I'd like to talk to you about one of our students from computing. Okay, so we have our role models and we're really proud of them. One of our part-time students on computing a few years ago was stuck in what we could term a dead-end job, and Darren was going nowhere. So he came along just by chance to see if he could go onto the course. Now, we could only study part-time, but that was great because work gave him a day off each week. And he took to it like a duck to water. So he studied, he excelled in everything. He was like a sponge. He was just open all the time. What can I do? Is there any extra work I can do? How do I improve my grades? He's excelled so much that he was headhunted for a software development at Amber House. And his ambition is, in 5 years' time, he wants to be a project manager and take sole responsibility for clients that come into the place and encourage more young students now to follow his pathway. Are there any questions?
Well, I've got a couple of questions before our audience pull theirs through, Ellie. So can you tell me, do students have to do work experience as part of their course?
They do. In fact, on every single course in the faculty, they have an element of work experience. So because I'm a computing lecturer, primarily, I'll talk about that one in particular. They have one whole module that is dependent on them doing a work placement. They have to do it. It's a 30-day placement. They don't have to do it in block. They can do it throughout a year, but they have got to complete a placement.
And will you support students to find placements?
We encourage students to try and find their own because they're all looking at individual different aspects of computing. However, we do have lots of connections. So if a student can't find a placement, we can jump in and give them a bit of a helping hand to get one.
Super. Okay, we have a question from Paul. Do I have to have a level 3 qualification in computing to do a degree in it?
Okay, so we're looking at this from two different pathways. If you are a student coming out of sixth form college, or you've gone to college, sixth form centre, or you've gone to college, yes, you do have to have a level 3 qualification in computing. If you are someone who's been out of education for a while, but you've been working in the industry, but you can't move up the ladder because you haven't got any qualifications, looking at your industry experience will allow you onto the course as well.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Ellie. We've got another question from Izzy. Do you have any part-time options?
Yes, we've quite successfully run part-time courses. If we have enough people, we'll open a part-time course that is just for part-time students. If we only have 1 or 2 who are interested, as long as you don't mind working alongside the full-timers, then yes, you can come in and do your part-time course with them.
That's lovely. I don't think we've got any more questions. Oh, yes, we've got one from Ray. Do I need to know how to program or code for web design?
Okay, initially no, because everyone's got to start somewhere. So what we'll do is we'll introduce you slowly and then build up on your skills. So you will have web design going from the first year right the way through your course.
That's lovely. Okay, thank you, Ellie.
Thank you.
Goodness tonight. Okay, lovely. So the final faculty I want to introduce you to is the faculty lead for the health and education, and that is Dr. Hayley Wilson. Welcome, Hayley. Oh, you're on mute. Happens. Are you there?
We're getting used to all this technology, aren't we? Hi everyone, good evening. My name's Dr. Hayley Wilson and I'm the faculty lead of health and education here at Hugh Baird University Centre. I'm also the course lead as well for the foundation degree in health and social care and mental health and wellbeing. So this evening I'm going to provide a brief overview of the health and education related courses we have on offer and also try to answer some of the questions that you might have. Health and education has become a real growth area in more recent years. Therefore, our course provision has also grown to meet the needs, demands and requirements of an ever-evolving health, education and social care sector. And this really is a very exciting time for academic study in this area. On the screen, there's a list of courses we offer within the Faculty of Health and Education, and there are varying levels ranging from 3 to 6. These courses have been validated with and are also affiliated to the University of Central Lancashire, the University of Cumbria. Our newly validated assistant practitioner in health and social care is running for the first time this academic year and is an exciting opportunity for those who are wanting to progress their career in the health and social care sector. Our courses incorporate both an academic and work-based learning approach, which may require students to be in a subject-related placement. This placement can be paid or voluntary, and dependent on the course, you may have to fulfill a number of hours in placement. This will provide you with the valuable hands-on experience in your chosen career area, and the courses we would offer would be relevant to those working or intending to work with individuals, families, groups or communities, children, older people, people with physical or learning disabilities, young people, or those with mental health or drug and alcohol related issues. Our courses are diverse and we offer a range of specialist topics. Assessments will take place in the form of essays, case studies, presentations, storyboards, reports, research activities and group work. You would have access to learning resources at Hugh Baird University Centre and also the university your course is affiliated to. Delivery of modules includes seminars, presentations, group discussion, debates, case studies, reflective journals, portfolio building, and also a portion of independent study as well. Many students often ask about the career progression. On successful completion of our courses, students either embark on further study at postgraduate level, which takes them into careers such as social work, psychological wellbeing, or teaching, and others may gain employment within their current placement or workplace, some progressing into managerial roles. Other potential career pathways may include support work, youth work, counselling, rehabilitation support, statutory or voluntary positions, charity organisations, hospitals, and also community-based job roles. I just want to talk through a case study with you of a particular student who studied with us and we're very proud of, and that's Sarah McNabb. She's a former health and social care student with us. And Sarah came to us after completing her A-levels with the intention of becoming a midwife. On her own admission, she needed to develop her academic skills and practice experience in order to embark on a midwifery degree. And she worked extremely hard and achieved an overall distinction for her foundation degree in health and social care. And she actually fulfilled her placement at the Liverpool Women's Hospital. She developed a wealth of knowledge and experience which has assisted her on progressing to the next stage in her career, and she's currently a midwifery student. For any more information regarding the range of courses we have on offer within the Faculty of Health and Education, please visit our website, or of course you can contact us directly to inquire. Any questions?
Lovely, thank you, Hayley. So while questions come through, I've got a couple for you.
Okay.
Students, will industry experience get a student onto a course without having the traditional qualifications?
Yeah, so it's something that we're often asked about, isn't it? Particularly for people who have mature students and they've had a career and not got those qualifications. So a bit similar to the other courses, really. If they have that industry experience, we will take that into consideration and we'll invite them into interview to discuss that with them. So often students are quite reluctant to come in. It's sort of a little bit of a daunting thing, you know, if they haven't got those initial qualifications. But I think the best thing to do is to come in and have a chat with us about it and tell us about all the wonderful experience that you have got.
Lovely. Okay. Question from Tara. What type of placement would I need to get for the children, young people's degree?
It's quite broad, really. It is open to the students. So a bit like in the other faculties, we do expect the students to arrange their own placements. It would have to be a placement working with children and young people in some capacity, but it is not only education based. It's not limited to that. So it can be any community related job. It could be youth work. It could be working within schools. It could be working in after school clubs. It could be other experiences, maybe working within health related settings, but with children and young people. So it really is broad and open. And I think it's really good because that enables you to specialise in what you're interested in potentially developing career wise later on.
Lovely, thank you, Hayley. I've got another question from David. How long will it take to achieve a full honours degree?
So it is dependent on the pathway, obviously. So if somebody is coming in to do the Year Zero course first, that would be an initial year prior to that. But if you're coming straight onto the foundation degree, which is level 4, you would do the 2-year foundation degree with a view to then progressing onto a top-up, which is level 6, and you complete your top-up, which would give you your full honours degree qualification. And if you're unsure of the pathways, then, you know, please do get in touch and we can discuss that further.
Okay, and we've got a question from Michael. What course would get me into a career in teaching?
So it's quite an interesting one, that one, because actually you can do any subject degree area, can't you, and then progress on to do a PGCE. So obviously I would recommend doing an initial degree in the topic that you're particularly interested in. If you're looking to go into primary teaching, for instance, I would recommend doing the children, young people and their services degree initially, and then progressing to do a PGC with us here at Hugh Baird.
Okay, and another question from Claire. Do I need to be working in the profession to do a healthcare degree?
No, you don't. A lot of our students do tend to have a little bit of experience already within a health-related workplace. And that is something that we do recommend. So if you are thinking of applying for one of our health degree courses, then try and get a little bit of voluntary experience. I know it's quite tricky at the moment given the current circumstances, but try and get some voluntary experience under your belt first. And actually, you know, you might find that they offer you a placement that you can stay there to complete the placement whilst you do your degree alongside it.
Super, that's great. Thanks, Hayley. Just one more question from me. With the current situation highlighted daily on the important role key workers play within the NHS, what routes do our healthcare courses offer someone looking to work for the NHS?
Well, again, you know, particularly now the demand is so high, isn't it, with the current circumstances, and the need for healthcare workers is high. And there's a range of jobs. So we have a lot of our students who are currently in support roles as well as healthcare. So we've got care workers, we've got support workers. We've got an increase actually at the moment of a lot of our students going into placements to do with mental health support within the NHS, which is obviously, again, a growing concern at the moment. So there really is a range. And of course, key workers in other areas as well within our education and working with children and young people on our other degree courses. So I think, as I said before, you know, it really is a growth area. And now at the moment of all times, it's really important that we have workers going into these areas.
Lovely. Thank you, Hayley.
Okay.
Contribution tonight. Okay. Well, thank you to all of the faculty leads and the academic leads. We'd like to now just play you a graduation video, and after that, any more questions that you might have as an audience for us.
Hi, so have we got any questions from the audience, please? Is there any more questions for us to answer? Okay, so question from Cara. I read you offer a £500 bursary. Could you explain how it works? So the bursary is over 2 years. So the first year, if you have attendance above a certain percentage and all your work has been completed and that you've achieved your first year, you will receive £250 bursary, and the same applies for your second year. There'll be an additional £250 for the same terms and condition applies for that. Question from Max. Do you offer help with student finance applications? Martin, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, people are welcome, applicants are welcome to drop into what we call the pod, which is our student advice centre, and you can get help with and guidance on how to complete your application.
Right, lovely. So I'll just swing back here, sharing the screen with Delith at the moment. Okay, so we've got one more question. A question from Harry. Do you have any courses that start in January? We do. We have a range of courses that we're looking to start in January. We have assistant practitioner, which is the one that Hayley mentioned before from University of Cumbria. We're looking at a future leaders course. So that's going to be probably ILM or CMI based for future leaders. We've also got the pre-access course, which is health related. And we're looking at some short courses within the health sector for professionals. So I think we've got cognitive and psychological well-being. And we're also looking at teacher training, which is probably going to be on a part-time basis. All of our courses are either full or part-time based. And we've got a final question there, I think. Is there support for disabled students, Martin?
Yeah, well, support for our students, particularly disabled students, comes in a number of forms, and will depend largely on kind of the extent of a person's disability, or could even be a mental health condition. As an institution, we have a legal duty to make reasonable adjustments. So anyone who declares a disability will be subject to what we call reasonable adjustments. So we will make sure that there are no barriers put in place to your study. So that could be, for example, flexibility with deadlines, depending on the nature of that, or it could actually be that we offer additional support in terms of extra workshops that you might be able to attend to help you with academic skills. There is also an option through Student Finance England for people to apply for disabled students allowance. Kind of diagnosis or evidence that's being put forward for a disability, and Student Finance England will take that into consideration. And there is the possibility of being granted money for equipment or even external support. So that would be support on top of what we offer here, provided by an outside agency, and that quite often takes the form of one-to-one mentors. So there's a range of support on offer, and so the important thing is that if you feel that you have a barrier to learning due to a particular condition, that just tell us about it, and we can give you the best advice we can.
Okay, and I think there's another question for you, Martin, from Michelle. Is there any funding available for mature students outside of the Access course?
There is limited kind of hardship money available, depends on people's circumstances, but again that depends very much on the individual. So I think if the important thing is if you come for an interview or contact us for advice and guidance, just tell us about your situation, and we will advise on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, and I suppose a final question for you, Martin, with you being the student experience lead, from Jasmine, which is, what would happen to teaching if there was another full lockdown?
Well, I think all the government, and particularly universities and awarding bodies that we deal with, are all very keen to make sure that people's education isn't disrupted. That is difficult in a lockdown situation. However, we have decided to use Microsoft Teams as a platform to provide face-to-face tuition to everybody. So that would carry on in the event of lockdown, and certainly going by the last experience, we kept up that one-to-one teaching, so face-to-face teaching, I should say, through the use of Microsoft Teams. Now we are aware that students have a range of access to technology and Wi-Fi and laptops, and we were quite successful last lockdown in dealing with that on a case-by-case basis. So hopefully the answer to that is that education would continue, and we would continue to support our students as best we could.
Okay, thank you. And we have another question from Christine, who asks, when would I have to apply by in order to start in September 2021? Well, applications are open now, and we take applications through the UCAS cycle, but we take applications all year round. So we do have students that come in late August. So you could apply direct on the website, or you can go through UCAS. It's entirely up to you. But we will have more open days throughout the academic year. And if you would like to come in and have a taster session, I'm sure we could organise something if you just get in contact with us. But I would start with fill in an application form online, or fill in your UCAS form and add us as one of your choices. And we'll be doing either face-to-face interviews, socially distanced, and making sure that we adhere to everything, or over the telephone or via Teams, which we were quite successful with when we were in lockdown in the previous year. So you get your application in early. It will give you the opportunity to see what we're all about. Okay, I think that is the last question. So I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. And if you do have any more questions, please feel free to contact us. You can go through social media or just go straight through to the website. We will contact you straight back. And as I say, if you do want to apply for one of our courses, please do so. Either just go straight onto the website and there'll be an application. You can just do it straight away, and we will be in contact with you. So thank you once again for joining us, and have a good evening. Bye now.
Good night.